If you're ready,
I don't know. Is anybody ever really ready for anything
I don't know. You better be ready in a scary movie.
in a scary movie? If you could star in a scary movie, what kind of movie would you like it to be?
I
Like
don't know. One
something,
where I'm not getting chased by a whole bunch of nasty shit. Like
like
what's
s-
up top here?
like something psychological, or apocalyptic, or I don't know, or straight up, murderous rampage, gut wrenching horror kind of thing. I don't know. It's weird.
Hmm.
Or would you rather be face bitten by an alien?
No. Mm-mm.
Or
Nope.
decapitated by a predator?
I'd take the predator over the alien.
All right.
Forget the alien thing. No, no face huggers. Nope.
what about just getting shot point blank or punched by a T-800 exoskeleton Terminator?
That's not really scary.
I don't know if did you rewatch the stop motion from '84?
Yeah, well, yeah, but
Hey,
Cameron was doing shit that
yeah.
nobody had ever thought of
Hey, you know
before.
what? I've always said though that stop motion animation with the T-800 just stalking him down the hallway, I think the jerkiness kind of made it more creepy.
Jerky.
Jerky, herky jerky.
Jerky. You say jerky, and my mind immediately. Oh, the snake bit me in the eye because I played the wrong tune. I went doo 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 doo.
Well, uh,
My eye.
that's great. Minute and a half. We've already fucking lost it here. Ow! Yeah, love it, love it.
Get out of here now, please! Now!
Hey, you forgot the power glove!
Welcome. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to this special October Zero Hour here on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great one. The horror. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Zero. How are you doing? The nice Chianti.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Good God. Absolutely, without question.
Let me ask you something, Senator. Did you breastfeed her?
Did you breastfeed her?
Do your nipples hurt?
Amputate a man's leg and he can still feel it tickling. Tell me, Mum, when your little girl is on the slab, where will it tickle you? Yes, absolutely, without question. Not even a, I guess by definition, a horror movie, but damn, one of the best psychological thrillers and one of my favorite movies of all time, without question.
We could do that, Peli. We could absolutely do that.
Oh my.
We could totally do that.
So yeah.
Arwen's cackle there at the end.
Ooh, oh my. Good God. So yeah, here we are, officially into October now. And I hope you're all getting ready for fall, getting your decorations up if that's your kind of thing, prepping for Halloween, acorns and pumpkins and multicolored leaves and lawn maintenance.
Let me ask you something, Jody. Does your eye still sting?
I bit my wrist so I could die. Look at the blood. Good God, there's one thing you don't see on the TV version. Oh my.
My neighbors totally decorated a couple of days ago. I asked my wife if she thought they knew what month it was.
Well, yeah, I guess it's October. So here
It's
we go.
October.
It's October. I know this is
October.
It's Loki's favorite time of year.
Oh yeah, Halloween.
Yeah.
Favorite time of year.
Ooh, rubbing the hands together and everything. Ooh,
That's right.
What type of Halloween mischief are we going to get up to now? Oh my God, y'all.
We're going to talk about scary movies this morning. What is your favorite scary movie? What do you guys have to watch every single October, every single Halloween? What video, rotation do you go through? Are you watching the Friday the 13th? Are you watching the Nightmare Before Elm Street? Are you watching the Halloweens? What are you guys watching?
Yeah. You guys got
Jaws.
Jaws. Ooh, man. Yeah. Also not horror by definition, but God, I mean, I tell you why, in my opinion, number one reason for me why that movie has staying power and it's held up over the years is because it makes everybody think twice about going into the water. You could be in a swimming pool and you'll still be thinking about sharks. It's like Psycho when you go to take a shower. You're always thinking about it. Good God.
I have not watched the black and white version of Psycho in at least a couple of years. That is something I've got to do this year.
It's been a minute since I've seen it, but yeah, though that's why I'm also kind of relying on chat this morning, because I know you all are going to start jogging my memory of what's good and what's out there, because sometimes Zero's brain just draws a blank. Yeah, sometimes all the times.
Sometimes all the times.
Sometimes is all the time, because the more things change, the more they stay the same. So
this is Halloween. This is Halloween. Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a Halloween and a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's a really nice way to kind of bridge the gap, between the two seasons there. It's actually it's pretty clever.
The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Oh, the Great
Pumpkin.
The Great Pumpkin Hunt. I remember when my buddy and I would go around with his dad and blow the shit out of pumpkins with shotguns. There is video.
What?
There are videos, but
God, I'm in the middle of a drink and I'm like, huh? We used to blow the shit out of them on the porch. People's porch, do drive-bys. Damn, Zero.
No, we went out in the backwoods and did this for a couple years. There are videos of it, but they are very well, they're not old, but they are several years old, and they were quite amateur. So they're kind of just stuck in the archives. But yeah, we had some good fun with it. They used to be a tradition. So speaking of Loki, do you and chat as well. What kind of Halloween traditions do you guys have, or anything for the fall season? What's going on your calendars this month?
Well, I can't do what I used to. Unfortunately, I can't do what I used to, which is sit around like a badass and eat a whole bunch.
Oh,
No, the sugar is bad. So,
oh, sugar is bad. Yeah.
down a whole bunch. You know what I used to love to do? I used to love to go to Walmart or HEB or someplace and get one of those like $20 bags of variety pack candy.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The stuff that'll last you like all month.
Oh, well, depending on your eating habits, but yeah, for
Sure.
sure. For sure. Yeah, Zero's got to lay off the candy this month. I've been so not necessarily inactive, but oh, man, I'm getting soft again. So I really got to get off my ass and start doing some shit. Sleepy Hollow. Good God. I don't think I've
Yeah.
seen that one since it came out. Somebody else
with
mentioned
Johnny Depp. I watch that every year. That's in my rotation,
Johnny
man.
Depp. Yeah. And thank you to Jester's Darth Arlena throwing out Bram Stoker's Dracula. Good God. I know that
Yes.
that movie was weird as fuck. But I will say, aside from a few liberties they took, and I mean a few, there were only a few, aside from a few liberties Coppola took, telling the story, it's actually pretty damn close to the original book by Bram Stoker. So if you haven't seen that, by all means, go check it out. Just be forewarned of Keanu Reeves' horrible rendition of an English accent, but you can overlook that.
So I can't I can't blow this up like 24/7 would say. Mark, I can't blow the GIF up, but Mark the Infinitely Tired sends in a GIF, and it's the clown scene from Poltergeist.
Oh my!
The clown's going after the kid, the toy
Good
clown.
God. Ugh.
Hell yes, Mark, great, no great.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice, 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 Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
And I'm totally down with that. I have said that scene where he's like, "Oh, I said if I do it once, I'd never do it again." Yeah, I'm right there.
Sure. Oh,
that's
good
correct.
God.
Here, I'm in.
I've been good, man. Michael Keaton, holy crap!
Are you
God.
excited for the new movie? Are you excited for Beetlejuice 2?
What?
Yeah, Beetlejuice. They've got a sequel. You didn't know about that?
What? Hey, you know what? Zero is often stuck under a rock that's buried in 14 caves down below the Earth's surface, so I'm missing out on quite a bit.
Let me see if I can pull up a good poster, because there was a really good poster I saw the other day. I think this is it.
Jester's Darth Arlena read Bram Stoker's Dracula. Did you enjoy it? I know a lot of people kind of get thrown off when they say it's written in the style of, like letters and news reports and journals and stuff like that. But really, when I read it and went through the whole thing, it really wasn't all that confusing. It still read like a novel. So, I mean, some people out there were kind of thrown off by the structure, but I didn't really see anything wrong with it. What was the sequel that he wrote to Bram Stoker's Dracula? I have it, but it's in the other room. I forget what it's called. I don't think I've read that one. But good God, they're doing a Beetlejuice sequel. Oh my goodness. Oh,
there's the poster. There's the poster.
Of course, is this
Johnny
another?
Depp.
Is this another Tim Burton production?
Yes, of course it is.
Well, of
Beetlejuice
course,
is his baby.
Oh my God, of course Johnny Depp has to be in it. Then I don't think those two will ever be separated now.
So you got Jenny Ortega, you've got Winona Ryder, you've got Michael Keaton, and you've got Johnny Depp. So those are the big four. Well,
I will say,
I know the guy who played the overly rotund guy, the big guy. That was God, what was his name?
Oh, geez.
Bob. He was Bob in Demolition Man. I'm Counselor Bob.
Oh, good God. Yeah, I mean, I know exactly who it is. I mean,
he's not in it, and of course, people have passed away, and half the cast is dead, or they shot somebody.
Yeah, that's also that also may be a thing. So, well, I will say the cast is intriguing. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, realistically, I don't have anything against Johnny Depp at all. I just think it's funny how him and Tim Burton are basically just joined at the hip. I really think Tim Burton years ago should have just done a Pirates of the Caribbean movie and just called it a day. Willem Snowdub. It's Willem Dafoe. Sorry to correct you. I know I make that mistake all the time. But yeah, oh man, he's a scary fucker when he wants to be.
Oh, I've got something. I'll be right back. I've got something.
Let me. Okay. So, all right. Well, I was going to get up and get my Dracula novel so I could look up whatever the hell that sequel was. But if Loki left, I guess I can't do that. So good God. So I am going to throw this one out here just to get this out of the way, because I know we've probably all thought about it. I'm going to throw The Exorcist out there because obviously that's an all-time classic, and you don't see child actors doing crazy shit like that anymore, especially not the crucifix scene. Yeah, you won't find that anywhere else. Also, I do a good honorable mention to, again, not necessarily a horror movie, but a fantastic psychological thriller. Skip the second Exorcist movie, the sequel. That one sucked. Go right to Exorcist 3. Legion, I think it was called, something like that. That was actually a really good, like, detective procedural psychological thriller kind of thing. I know there's two versions of it. I know there's a director's cut out there, but I don't think the footage that they implemented back in is that great, because I don't think they were able to remaster it in any way. But yeah, the third Exorcist movie was really good. Really good.
All right.
And there's one scene really quick while Loki gets prepped over there. One scene that always made me petrified as a kid walking up the stairs in the dark was because the hospital scene. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, look up Exorcist 3, the hospital scene. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Good God, what's in the box?
What's in the box, right? Okay. So what is in the box?
Thank you, Chris Perser. Dracula the Undead. That's what it was. Thank you.
So this is probably the best horror movie set I have, and my favorite. This is the Andre Too Long Puppet Master chest.
God, I would buy that for the box alone.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
So they're very difficult to get out. They're all signed. Each and every one of those is signed. They're very difficult to get out. It's a pain in the ass.
I'm guessing you pretty much probably have to open it and tip the box upside down.
This is in my rotation every single year.
I see an elbow. We've got an elbow.
We've got an elbow.
The people's elbow.
You've got to get your fingers in there to get them out.
You know, if it helps, you can always spit on a little bit. Depends what she's into. Getting the fingers in the box, man, it's always a little strange.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Oh, John Doe has the upper hand. Sorry, that's my horrible impression of Morgan Freeman. Because when you talk like Morgan Freeman, everything you say starts to sound smart. I don't know what that was.
Mr. CCTV, holy crap, the sun's up. I need to get to my coffin.
My God, I know how you feel there. I still haven't seen the sun in probably about 20 years.
Akimi Mara says, not a movie, but Doctor Who's episodes, I think it's called The Library, is quite spooky too.
Yeah. Yeah, not limited to movies. I mean, if there's any like TV series or individual one-offs out there you guys want to throw out there, go right ahead. Yeah, it's easy to overlook.
Persia.
That's what KY is.
Holy shit.
Wow. Well, you know, he's got a point, I guess.
Darth Arlena, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Now that is something I've not watched in probably like a decade or two.
Oh God, longer for me. Much longer for me.
So also, I'm surprised. I hit most of the big ones. We had Freddy in there. We had Michael Myers in there. We had Jason in there twice. We had Freddy in there twice. We had The Thing.
There were
Things a classic. I can watch Thing. I could watch The Thing, like John Carpenter's Thing, once a month, and I'd never get tired of it.
Yeah, easily.
So that's not like a October only.
Oh no,
movie.
no. I see True Blood.
Silence in the Library.
Silence in the Library. Shh. I see True Blood getting mentioned too. You know, I think I saw the first season, then after that, I was just kind of done with it. It was, I mean, I will say it wasn't a bad show. I think it just kind of fell victim to vampires being freaking way overly popular at that point in time. If y'all remember why, you know, with your Vampire Diaries and that stupid Twatlight movies and friggin' Hot Topic and the Goth Kids and all that shit.
Mansquatch mentions Critters. They used to have
Critters.
Critters 2 on a constant rotation on Showtime. So I never forget at the Hungry Heifer when the critters go into the like steak place and eat everything and everyone and come out in a giant rolling ball of death. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
The Leprechaun. Yeah, there's good, bad.
The Leprechaun.
There's good, bad horror movies out there too.
Vampires
should never sparkle. Yeah. Vampires should not turn into disco balls in the sunlight. Forget it.
Alien, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and Galaxy of Terror. So let's talk about Alien real quick. Since we've got our resident alien sitting right here.
Me and you and I, do we ever talk about Alien really quick? You know, this son of a bitch right here goes on and on. So I promise I won't do that today. The Geico Caveman Show. Good God. I can't believe they actually attempted to even make a show out of that. They'll try anything.
Did you see Aliens or Alien first?
I want to say I'm fairly certain I saw Aliens first.
Yeah, that's same here.
Because it used to be on television all the time. But that being said, if memory serves, I'm not 100% certain, but I may or may not have seen Alien 3 first, because whenever the Alien movies would come out, my parents would rent them on VHS. So there's a chance when we're talking seeing a movie in full from beginning to end, there's a chance I may have seen Alien 3 first. But the one I remember the most seeing from beginning to end was Aliens. And then I think, ironically enough, the last one I saw was probably the original Alien, which to this day still ended up being my favorite one for reasons all its own, because to me, they're all kind of standalone films taking place in the same universe. But yes, I mean, they're all flawless. Alien 3 is flawed, but we all know why.
So I saw Aliens in the theater with my dad. That was crazy. I can't remember how old I was. I was like 7 or 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course we got it on VHS. I didn't end up seeing Alien at least for 2 or 3 years after that. And that scared the shit out of me. I thought that it was going to be, you know, like Aliens, and absolutely not. It was a totally different. It's a totally different movie.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Standalone, like I said, because I think they're trying to do what they can with different genres. You know, I can't even speak genres, because Ridley Scott wanted to do what he called the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in space. Also, quick shout out to that one there. Holy crap, could that chick scream nonstop? And James Cameron wanted to do a combat movie, but there was still terror in Aliens. Obviously, they were able to expand upon everything with a much bigger budget, and the freedom to kind of do.
They did a lot with a little. They didn't have. Yes, they had a bigger budget, but they didn't have the kind of budget they needed.
Yeah.
And Cameron's talked about that. The FX crews talked about that, where they were going to run down warehouses that had been closed and just taking shit.
Yeah.
To use in the movie. So all the walls, a lot of the walls in the center in the facility, they had these like weird looking black like bumps in the walls. All those were the backs of TV sets that they had gone to this rundown, closed down warehouse that used to make TVs, and they'd taken the backs of the TVs and just painted them black.
Yeah, I mean, ingenuity and creativity from scratch, but you had to do what you had to do back then. I mean, because Pinewood Studios back then was, it was popular, but you had to do what you had to do, and all the shots in the the processing plant or whatever, when they're going through, it's like, looks like it's secreted from some type of resin, all that shit. That was a rundown warehouse that they had to pay a massive amount of money for asbestos removal and shit like that. But, it's kind of like the old school guerrilla filmmaking kind of thing. Like, take what you can get and make of it what you will. And because they damn sure knew how to do that.
Soul Assassin says, I really wanted to see that Blomkamp film. So did I. I would have loved that with Newt and Hicks and Ripley. Yeah, I would have loved that. I would have absolutely loved that. Just take out 3 and 4 and whatever the hell else.
Yeah.
And just have it go from 1 to 2. It would have been brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, to this day, I still feel bad for David Fincher because, that was like his first major motion picture.
Well, they screwed him.
Kind of
Fox
thing.
Screwed him.
But yeah. Because by then the producers were just up the ass of everybody. And, that's why David Fincher has pretty much disowned the film to this day. Because like, if he was allowed to go back in time, I guess, and have complete creative control, obviously he would have been able to tell a much better story.
Well, they lied to him. They lied to him so much. They had this like little runner for him on set. Well, what he didn't know is that this person worked directly for the executives at Fox, and they were constantly countermanding his decisions.
Yeah.
They were constantly countermanding his decisions and screwing with his movie. And he was so green that he had no idea what they were doing behind the scenes. This is stuff that a seasoned director would have been like, bitches, what you trying to pull?
Yeah.
But he didn't know any better.
Of course. Well, and considering, and again, I promise we won't go on about this forever, but considering the fact that the movie was basically greenlit on a totally different script that they ended up not using at all. The script.
I've got that book. I got that. I don't know where the hell it is at the moment. I'll probably go find it, but I'll be gone for like 5 minutes if I do.
If there was, one of the scripts was being written while the release date was already put out there, and then the script changed, I don't know how many times, and sets were still being built off of this original script. And then David Fincher comes in after they, flushed about 6 or 7 other directors down the toilet, and they basically said, all right, here's your mess, have at it. So yeah, there's a lot of good info on the special editions and, the behind the scenes documentaries and shit. If you guys haven't checked those out, by all means, go do it. It's really entertaining if you like that whole kind of stuff. So yeah, that's it. All right, we're done with aliens. We don't need to do another hour of that.
And to answer Mark's question, it's got to be Elsa Lanchester, the woman who played the bride in Bride of Frankenstein. It's got to be the best scream.
Favorite scream queen. Oh, geez. I don't know. I know chat's going to throw names out there that'll jog my memory, but man, yeah, there's a few.
Every Halloween, so yes, Loki's birthday is on Devil's effing night. So Loki's birthday is on Devil Night. Loki watches The Crow every birthday. Every birthday I've had since that movie came out, I've watched The Crow. So it happens on my birthday, so I watch it on my birthday every year. So October 30th, be prepared because we're probably watching The Crow.
Yeah. Peli says he was young enough to be scared by the slime monster in the first season of TNG. Was that Skin of Evil? I know you and I have talked about that episode several times.
The one where Riker gets eaten up by the black goo.
Oh, it's the one where Tasha Yar just straight up friggin' dies.
Yeah, that's the one where Riker.
Yeah,
so
that's
Riker,
the one. Yep.
They used printer ink and this this different liquid. I can't remember what it is, but it's thicker than water. So they use this thicker than water liquid, and they used printer's ink, and he got it all in his mouth. When you see him like trying to get out of it in Skin of Evil, you see him try to like reach out of it, and you see his face come out of that goo. That is him.
That's him.
That shit all in his mouth. That was not a stunt double. That is Jonathan Frakes with all that black shit in his mouth. And yeah, they were like, oops.
Oops. I'm sorry.
Oopsie.
We kind of screwed you over there, Jonathan.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, something's got me. And he gets dragged into it. Well, he really does that. He's like, no, I'll do it. You don't got to, I'll do it. That way you don't have to switch the camera angle or anything. I'll do it. And yeah, Jonathan Prank said he regretted doing that because all that shit got in his mouth, that printer's ink and all that. And yeah, it basically, it turned his teeth black. It was nasty.
It was nasty. I mean, what was that other show that he did where he just liked to call people wrong all the time? That would totally be a meme in itself.
Fact or fiction.
Yeah, it's like, you may think that was a stunt double performing that scene, but you're wrong.
At this time, it's stranger than fiction.
Damn
yeah,
right.
He used to say that. He used to say that. Yeah, it's stranger than fiction.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Also, quick shout out to something I saw recently over the past few years. It's been out for a while, but I really enjoyed this. If you guys haven't checked it out, hit up your Netflix or whatever. Check out The Haunting of Hill House. I binged the absolute crap out of that. I really enjoyed that.
James Dawson said he loves Critters. I love Critters too.
Everybody loves Critters.
I didn't like Critters 1 that much, and I don't like I didn't like the rest of the movies, but I love Critters too. Yeah. Because of the Hungry Hepper. At the Hungry Hepper.
Actually, you know, I know somebody who didn't like Critters, and I believe his name was Raphael. Ugh, where did they come up with his stuff?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. First TMNT movie. Yeah. Like, when did they come up with this stuff? Oh, cricket. You got to know what a crumpet is, pal, to know what cricket is.
God, I tell you what, I know it's not horror at all, but man, the way they introduced Shredder in that movie, that guy was fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. No, I love that. I love that first movie. People are like, oh, it's dated and the suits and you can see the guys. And I'm like, I'm just lost in this is badass.
Yeah.
The outside world rejects you.
You are here. I tell you what, people make fun of the suits as much as they want, but I'll tell you what, when you got real actors in those suits doing their ninja kicks and flips and cartwheels and all that kind of shit, man, I will take that over CG any day. Any day, because that was talent to be able to move in suits. I know they had different suits for different, parts of the movie. Obviously, your glory suits are probably going to be the ones that look best and weigh the most, but your ninja suits where they can flip and kick and do all that shit, yeah, they're not going to look as good, but that's not the point. The point is you put the suit on, you do the moves, and goddamn, you look good doing it. But yeah, anyway, Shredder, whew, that intro, man, in that movie, he throughout the whole movie was just terrifying. Like, that is a badass supervillain. James Avery is the best Shredder. Fight me. Tonight I dine on turtle soup.
Yeah, the first TMNT movie is the best of them all. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, without question. The soundtrack was even great. You got friggin' MC Hammer kicking things off. That dude's kind of scary.
And it was dark. It was dark. Yeah. That was the thing. So a lot of people didn't realize that the comic book was dark. Mm-hmm. If you had the comic book, the graphic novel, whatever you want to call it, the black and white one, it was dark. It was cold. It was a cold night to dine on turtle soup. And the movie was more like the comic book than it was like the animated TV show that all the kids loved. Yeah. So it was more like they blended the original graphic novel and the animated show and left it just enough that, it's PG. All the kids are going to go see it. It's PG.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So you had the violence and you had the from my favorite turtle.
I lost the side. Fuck.
Then it is gone.
Because you mentioned the word, you used the word dark, and it was dark in tone, it was dark in atmosphere, it was dark in places that it needed to be, like even with the lighting, they really knew how to set the mood with that one. Is it flawed? Yes, of course, absolutely. But you know what? For something that got made the way it was in that time, good God, it still holds up.
So Akimi brings up something interesting. She says, my mother is a massive horror buff, so I grew up with all the classics, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and The Fog. You say classics, and my mind immediately goes to the movies I watched when I was a kid. I'm not that old, but I had older parents.
Mhm.
So my parents had me in their 40s. So, of course, my dad was like, ha ha, still got it. You know,
yeah.
so I was watching like, The Mummy, and I'm not talking about the Brendan Fraser Mummy. I'm talking about black and white. Bela Lugosi is Dracula. Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. Those were the, classic horror movies
Oh yeah.
that, when I had my dad going, why not just go to a butcher shop? Why do you got to watch the Friday the 13th movies when you can just go to a butcher shop and watch them blood and death at the butcher? So yeah.
Yeah,
No, we
man.
didn't talk like that. He was more
No.
like, what do you gotta watch this bloody stuff, little
Why
guy?
don't you just,
Why don't you
just
go to the butcher
Oh, good God. That's good. That's good. Did you ever get into any of like the Hitchcock classics, like The Bird?
Oh yeah, The Birds.
Obviously. I mean, do you
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
I mean, God, can you imagine what a shock it would have been back then when I'm blanking on all the names, so forgive me, but when she walks into that dude's house and he sees the old guy dead with his friggin' eyes pecked out, holy crap, that must have scared the shit out of some folks back then.
Oh yeah. And like Psycho, just for the shower scene was
Ugh.
almost banned. Just for the shower scene, because even though they didn't show anything, they didn't show any, they got in so much trouble for the blood going down the drain and for the fact that she was in a shower. They said this is going to make people absolutely uncomfortable, and they wanted him to cut it, and he said, no, I'm not cutting it. I'm keeping it in there.
Yeah, that was brutal. I still get sympathy pains whenever I see that scene. I mean, it's horrible. I don't freak out. I don't freak out when I go to have a shower, but still,
Mother
implied nudity. Yeah, that too. Back in the day when you couldn't even say pregnant on television, you had to say with child.
Abbott and Costello every Halloween with my family. Good times. Yes, every Halloween.
Good times.
I saw what I saw.
Oh good God. Oh, Night of the Living Dead. Oh my goodness. There's another one. So did you ever see the remake with Tony Todd in it?
Yes.
And that will be a segue to another one I'm going to throw out there. Candyman. Tony Todd in Candyman was friggin' epic, dude.
That was great.
The way he's just standing there in the parking corral there, and he's Helen, and he's just standing there with his arms behind his back, and he's got that cool head tilt thing going on. You're thinking, holy shit, who is that? He looks badass, and he scares the shit out of me.
How many? Okay, so we gotta look this up. We have to look this up. I'm looking at this.
Candyman sequels. Right, there's what,
no,
2, 3, 4.
Because I know Tony Todd in more because he was in. Let's see, movies. Of course, Candyman. Let's see, Candyman. Farewell to whatever. I think that's Candyman 2. Candyman 3.
Yeah.
Final Destination 5. Final Destination 2. Night of the Living Dead in 1990. Final Destination 3. Hatchet. He was in The Rock. No shit. He was in The Rock.
I was not aware of that.
He played this is kind of a horror movie. He played the stupid end of the world guy in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. That is kind of a horror movie.
I didn't see that one.
He was in The Crow.
Mm.
He's in Wishmaster. Make your wishes.
Oh my God. It was a flippity floppity and shit.
Zombies in 2016. Sky Sharks.
Oh my.
That's a horror movie just from the name of it.
Geez, the premise alone. Holy crap.
Horror Noir. Hellblazers. Changed. Candy Corn.
Ugh.
Murder Set. Jack the Reaper. Bitch Ass. He was in a movie called Bitch Ass. God help us.
Oh my God. The titles are just getting more and more out there. Holy crap.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in 2006. Shadow Puppets. Lockdown Hauntings.
I see
in
Dave G. Sound
2021.
throwing an honorable mention out to Prelude to Axanar.
Agoraphobia. Prelude to Axanar. Oh, absolutely.
Good God,
They
I
won't have
watched
that up here.
Oh God, no. I don't know if that'll ever come out, but holy crap, I watched the shit out of that teaser when it came out. Holy crap.
President of the Federation.
Ah, man. Yeah, he was good in that too. I mean, he was in TNG, or he was in Star Trek a lot, doing a bunch of different things.
He played Worf's brother Kern.
Yes, he did.
He played a Herodian hunter in Voyager. Test me, bitch. I know what
Oh my God. Candy Kern, Worf's trans sibling. No, we're not going there. No.
Candy Kern.
All right, so I know this has always been a debate since we're in October and Halloween season is going to be kicking in full force here. A quick poll for those of you in chat, you too, Loki. Candy corn, yay or nay?
It has to be the right kind. It can't be cheap ass wax. It's got to be the Brock's. And I only do the autumn mix that has the pumpkins and all that other shit in it. So
I got you. I mean,
I guess yay.
Yay, yeah.
I guess yay.
I'm kind of on the fence. It's all right. I mean, it wouldn't be my go-to Halloween candy snack, but I mean, if it's there.
No, I might have like a couple pieces, but no.
But I mean, like you said, it can't be the cheap crap because cheap candy corn just tastes like cheap candy corn. You might as well just go chew on a candle. But yes, not the cheap crap. All right. So yeah, I see a lot of nays. There's a lot of nays for candy corn.
A lot of nays.
All right. So if you could narrow it down, chat, you too, Loki, what would be your go-to Halloween snack? What did you always love getting when you were a kid? What would you still get now?
Before that, I agree, DJ Rundy. I don't know why people hate Peeps so much. Peeps are good. I like Peeps. Peeps are good.
It all tastes like crap.
Okay. What are we talking about? Like just the random shit you'd get from going out and trick-or-treating, or like, oh my God, this house gave you a candy bar.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's kind of a big list.
All time favorite that I ever got in a bag that I ate the living crap out of. Do you remember the peanut butter filled peanut butter candy that had the black and orange wrappers?
God, I'd probably remember something like that.
Let me get a picture.
I don't know.
Let me get a picture for those of you who don't remember. Peanut butter candy and orange.
All hail our overlords.
Oh, there it is.
Pieces. Oh, he's got it.
There it is.
This might jog my memory.
They're called peanut butter kisses.
Peanut butter kisses. Were they Hershey kisses?
No, they were not Hershey kisses. So let me share.
Peanut butter taffy. Ooh, that sounds good. Anything peanut butter, man.
Remember this shit?
Okay. Yeah. All right. It's coming back.
Remember that?
See, I remember, unless I'm just thinking of, when I got stuff like that, they weren't necessarily peanut butter filled. They were just kind of like taffy.
Okay. This centerpiece is actual peanut butter. The rest of it is like a peanut butter candy. But the very center, if you look, is a different color. See that? That's peanut butter. Wow. That is a little bit of peanut butter injected into the middle of the peanut butter candy.
Looks like a dried up banana.
And they're out of stock too.
Damn.
So
also, dried up banana chips are a good healthy alternative. Just be careful. They're very high in sugar.
Now, usually back in the day, okay, I remember these. This is the kind of bag you got them in, but
right. See, I don't think we ever had those up here in Canada land. So man,
you could get them in these too, or you'd get them in a big crystal clear bag. So it all depended on where you got them and who you bought them from. You could go to like the dollar store and get a giant bag of this shit for cheap, on the cheap, and then just be in a clear plastic bag.
Right. God, they look good though. I'd buy that for $1.
I messed up my tooth on one of those. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
you're not the only one.
You gotta be
You had to
careful.
warm them up. So what I used to do is, because if you just like threw them in and tried to bite down on it, it was like the worst tooth pain imaginable. So what you do is you'd hold it in your hand, hold a piece of it in your hand for like, 5-10 seconds, and then open it up, and it would be warm enough that it'd be warm enough that it'd be chewy enough you could eat it without hurting your tooth.
Sounds all right. So okay, so Lord Thoss to say I can't speak. Apparently we did have those in Canada. Apparently
Nova Scotia.
around the Nova Scotia parts. I don't know, because I don't remember ever seeing those around my neck of the woods. So I don't know. Maybe they were a local thing. Who knows?
And Andrew, I did the exact same thing.
Oh,
I pulled out a filling, and a metal one at that. So I pulled out a metal filling with one of those. Yeah.
God, that's brutal. So yeah, be careful. And remember, always brush your teeth after your Halloween snackage.
That's right. Yeah, don't end up like me. Kit Kats. Kit Kats. I love Kit Kats. I absolutely love
Kit Kats. Oh God. Yeah. See, anything chocolate back then, I would have been a sucker for. That's when you throw away like your, the lifesavers, and you just kind of toss all those to the side. Then you grab all the chocolate shit and all the stuff that's big. And oh my God. Then you give your siblings all the crappy stuff. I never had to deal with that, but.
So my mortal enemy is a Rolo. I will eat a whole stick of Rolos all at once. That is my mortal enemy. I cannot have Rolos. That's one thing I cannot have, because I'll just sit there all day popping Rolos. And yeah, no.
God, if like one whole stick of Rolos, dude. If it was me back in the day, I'd have bought a tub of Rolo ice cream and ate the whole fucking thing. Like that's why Zero had to give a lot of that stuff up and start cutting it down into moderation. Because if I didn't, man, I probably would have been like 300 pounds now. Mark the Infinitely Tired says, I was a kid in the 70s, so the razor blade paranoia was strong during Halloween. Man, yeah, any parents out there that had to go through that same kind of thing? Like, did you ever, like, kids have your kids rush home, dump all the shit on the table, and you start going through all that stuff one by one? Like, I can't even believe that used to be a thing, because people are just fucked up. But damn, be safe. Always be safe.
Holy shit.
What'd we miss? Heath bars and Heath bar crunch. Hell yeah.
I've just got to show this really quick. This is from Man Squatch. Thank you, bro. Dude, that is absolutely killer, man. I love that.
Wow.
I absolutely love that. Man, that is crazy.
That's cool.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Man Squatch. That is so cool.
Damn.
Thank you.
Wow. Also,
Snow Dub.
Yeah, shout out to Snow Dub there. Kind of breezed through it.
Says El Perro says check is in the mail. What do you mean? Why he sent me a check? How odd. Why would he send me a check? Huh. Will it clear?
I don't know. Well, if it's a check in the mail, I'm sure you'll have several weeks to figure out what it's for before it actually gets there.
And thank you so very much for the $2 super chat, Snowdub. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. Make sure you're subscribed to Snowdub. Check him out. Puppet Cotton Connection. Absolutely wonderful. This one's just for you, brother. Skull and talk and roll.
Pop rocks. I remember, do you remember getting all those rocket candies? I remember eating those in school. This is way back in grade school, and it was during lunch break. And one of our friends had a can of Mountain Dew, and he took a pack. So it's just this little can. You know where this is going. So he popped open this bag of those little rockets and he dumped maybe like 6 or 7 of those in the can. And I swear to God, I thought the can was going to explode.
Really?
So you could picture us sitting in the back of the class trying to cover up the mayhem that we just created because everybody's going to see and laugh at us. But holy shit. So yeah, if you ever done the Mentos in a big 2-liter Coke bottle, give some Rockets and Mountain Dew a try. There's your Halloween science experiment.
Well, I remember when everybody was going crazy over the Pop Rocks will explode in your stomach shit.
Oh, good God. Yeah. Meanwhile, if you think about it biologically, the acid that's in our stomach naturally would have been much, much worse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We
Jeez.
resurrected something, ladies and gentlemen. So if anybody else throws a super chat out there this morning,
We're
or a
necromancers
super
now.
tip or anything like that, we did resurrect something from the grave.
My sex life. Oh my God. Yeah. Sorry. Nope. That's still dead and buried. Anyway. All right. So rolling along. What did you resurrect?
You want to see it?
You know I want to see it. Ow!
That is before, like, I mean, okay, so resurrect it. Yeah, Dega Outlaw knew exactly what I was talking about.
So demonetized.
Dega Outlaw with the $1.99 super chat says resurrect it. Yes, it has been resurrected and brought back for Halloween. For October, we'll play it again. Thank you so much for your $1.99 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright, and this one's just for you, Adega. Skull!
That's what I was waiting for, right up against the tree trunk. Of course,
do you like want to smoke some pot and have premarital sex? He's like,
I know we're missing the 7 or 8 additional shots to the tree trunk, but hey, we'll take what we can get.
Oh man, I laughed my ass off. That was the only. There's a couple of deaths in that movie that are great, but that's the only part that I was just like, oh my God.
Oh, I mean, it's just so out there. I mean, you know, because you think Jason slasher, cutting, gutting, doing all that stuff, and when he's just going all friggin' Hank Aaron on that shit. Oh my God, that's awesome.
But if anybody out there is wondering why is there only like a horn? Where's the skull, and all the other stuff that's in the skulls? That's originally all that played in the first skulls, and the very first skulls was that little thing. So when you add that's $1, you know, take your hat off, boy. That's $1 bill. That's what played. So it has been refined over the years. We have refined the skulls over the years.
Well, that's good.
No candy apples.
I didn't mind candy apples, but you know, the few that I ever had as a child, I kind of lost interest once the candy part was gone. You know, but I mean, shit. Yeah, I mean, you got to imagine like a little kid just trying to eat one of those in general, trying to wrap your mouth around a big shell. God,
I broke a tooth. I broke a tooth on a damn candy apple. That's why I'm like, nope, never again. Nope.
Yeah. And bubble gum. No, I haven't been able to do bubble gum for years because you can't blow bubbles. It just gets stuck in my scruff, and that's just a mess I don't got patience for.
TG Ronnie, that's not a bad idea either. You know, I wasn't allowed to eat anything without a wrapper.
Yeah. Good point. Good point there.
Oh, and another of my mom's favorites, Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead. I think it was called. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I can never watch it because dead kids creep me out. Yeah. So it's Lance Hendrickson in that movie, and his son gets killed, and he goes to this crazy witch bitch and sends Pumpkinhead out to get revenge for his boy.
Hell yeah.
Oh. I'm pretty sure it's Lance Hendrickson. right? It
And
is.
Pumpkinhead, it sounds familiar. It probably is, because I mean he's done all sorts of weird shit like that throughout his career.
Yeah, Lance Henriksen plays Ed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So did you ever, I mean, like, did you ever have, I guess, like a hidden gem or maybe a Halloween guilty pleasure film or TV show?
TV show, it's gonna be The Outer Limits.
Ooh, that's
But
a guilty pleasure.
you can't really say it's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I could watch
Could've
a
been.
whole season over the course of Halloween. So
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I'd be the same with a lot of the. I'd say maybe the first half of the X-Files series. They got a little weird after that when David Duchovny left and went all crazy and shit. But yeah, same kind of thing. Twilight Zone, obviously. yes.
welcome, kiddies.
Tales from the dark side. Oh, good God. I know
from the crypt.
I know I'm probably forgetting a whole lot and my memory's going to jog after the show is over, but man.
Who else
yeah.
has Tales from the Crypt on DVD? Raise your hand. All of them, all the seasons.
Yeah. Did anybody ever see the Tales from the Crypt cartoon? I remember watching that when I was a kid. Yeah, it was good times. Good times. And oh my God.
My God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, what?
Loki hasn't seen it yet.
What?
He'll
talking
get there. He'll get there. It'll pop up.
Darth Arlena.
There we
Jester's
go.
Darth Arlena with $4.99 super tip says res erect. Can we get the best intro back too? I'm the vanilla of this story. Love this time of year.
Hell yeah.
Best intro. What intro do you think is the best, Arlena?
I don't know. It's a long list. Oh, good God. Are they making a Crow remake? Ah, just leave the
Yes,
show
they
alone,
are,
guys.
but
Leave-
we're gonna ignore that. We're not gonna pay any
Yeah.
attention to it.
No, we're having fun this morning. We're not talking about who's gonna fuck up what this time.
Makani Draws, take care, brother. He's going off to get his stream ready. He will be streaming in about 8 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, when we get out of here. So
The countdown is on.
over to Makani Draws morning show after this one is over. If you're not
Hell yeah.
subscribed and ringing that bell over at Makani's, you guys are missing out.
Woo.
My hidden gem is the Tattooist. It's based off a haunted Samoan tattooing tool.
That's weird. Do you think it's the same one that's starting to eat the Rock's body alive?
I'm the villain of this story. Yeah. Okay. I know which one you're talking about. I probably could. I've got them all saved. So we will see. I'll just have to go through them all and find it. I am the villain of this story. Yes.
Hell yeah. Well, all right. All right.
Oh, Eris is waiting on an Uber. That's interesting.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Dagon, based on an H.P. Lovecraft story, is a favorite of mine. Makes me think of the what is it? Conan the Destroyer. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun. Oh, we never did Arlena's skull.
Oh shit.
Speaking of Conan, skull. Dun 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 dun
Dun dun dun dun dun dun dun.
Those have both of those movies have some serious horror aspect to them.
Oh yeah. I mean, God, that the one scene where in the first one when Arnie's banging the witch and she gets all freaky kinky on him and he throws him in fucking fire.
Throws the bitch in the fire.
Like, geez, I don't know about y'all, but if that were me, holy crap, Mr. Winky would have shriveled up and died, and I would have ran the fuck out of there.
she turns to like energy and bounces, and he's like,
Holy
"Come."
You know what else was terrifying? Arnold's O face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zamora.
yeah. Woo. Oh, that's some freaky shit. Good God. You guys throwing out a lot of good suggestions this morning. Thank you.
The Audi becomes any
Yeah,
castle.
exactly. That's exactly what would have happened to me. Holy crap. I don't care how heated up in the moment you are, man. When she starts bearing fangs and going all freaky like that, ooh, it's time to just nope the fuck on out of there. I'm sorry for reminding anyone of that, but yeah. And again, y'all go out there and look up Exorcist 3 hospital scene. That's why Zero can't walk up the stairs without the lights on now.
Lady Mist with a $5 super chat. The Guardian of the Void and Valhalla. Lady Mist, thank you. Says fabulously fun show, Loki and Zero. Thank you so much.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you, Lady Mist. Guardian of the Void. This one is just for you where to burn some shit down in Dragonfire Skull. Any honorable mentions before we get out of here?
I think
Reanimator. Someone mentioned Reanimator. Yes.
Yeah, someone threw that
Smart.
out there. Also, I can't believe this hasn't come up. Good God, I don't even know if you could classify it as horror, but I mean, obviously, standalone classic, Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it is. It is. The dogs, the demon dogs, and all that
the
shit.
dogs, and the freaky ass librarian. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys have hit every nail on the head this morning because I'm not really thinking of anything that
It
hasn't.
doesn't have to
already
be
been
just
brought up.
horror. It can be scary. It can
Oh
be
yeah,
anything
for sure.
scary.
For
Yeah.
sure. I mean,
It doesn't
yeah,
have to just be bloody horror.
no, because we've already thrown out, Terminator, Silence of the Lambs, and the Birds, and Psycho, and everything. Horror or terror or psychological horror even can cover so much, and I think you guys have thrown out a really lot of great suggestions. The Gate,
The Ninth Gate with
the Ninth Gate.
with
Oh God,
what's his name? Damn it.
With
Johnny Depp.
With
Yes,
Johnny Depp.
Depp.
Yeah,
That is one hell of a crazy ass movie.
Oh God, Christine, Pet Cemetery, the original. The remake wasn't that bad, but I will always take the original. Don't watch the sequel. The sequel it's bad.
Oh, did you heard about the prequel?
Oh, good God!
The
Why do we?
The prequel's coming out. It's got David Duchovny in it.
Oh my! Oh my!
No,
okay,
I'm gonna watch it, but I have absolutely no faith.
I'll
that
watch
they're
it,
gonna make
but I
a
don't
good
have
movie.
to like it. Also, Carrie. I remember Carrie.
They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you.
Yeah, I remember watching. It was a sequel from the 90s. I don't know if it was like a remake or I'm pretty sure it was a sequel, but yeah, that was a little weird. Oh God, what else? Okay, this one's a little out there, and I wouldn't necessarily call it horror, and it's a very dry film by today's standards, but somebody mentioned Christopher Walken, and I want to mention Communion. If you haven't seen that and you're okay with kind of a dry movie, there are some really, really like what the fuck moments in it, but go check out Communion with Christopher Walken. It's about aliens and shit.
Puppet Master.
Puppet Master. I love that cover.
So see Puppet
Yeah.
Master.
See Puppet Master.
Watch all of them. They're all
Oh,
good, except for the ones that aren't. Even those are kind of good.
Shit, the original Child's Play. Oh, look, someone left their doll on the elevator. What an ugly doll. Fuck you. Oh my goodness.
And that is our cue to get the
fire.
hell. That is our cue to get the hell out of here.
You've gone over again. We're getting bad.
Was forced to give a sacrifice and said, "Never again, ever, never again."
Oh,
That's right.
Man. Yeah. So
Adam's
thank you.
Family. Not really a scary
Yeah.
movie, but I love
but
Adam's Family.
still,
The original.
the original.
movies, not the black and white. I love the black and white TV series, but the original movies. Everything else can burn in a fire of damnation.
Damn right. Michael Keaton in White
Raw
Noise. Good
Juliet.
God. You know, I didn't think White Noise was a great film, but I thought Michael Keaton was great in it. But yeah, we've gone over again. We're getting bad. Thank you to chat because you guys have thrown so many good suggestions out there. You guys are on fire. as
Absolutely.
always.
Guys, we're getting out of here. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll see you guys next Monday. We will actually be here because I haven't left yet on Zero Hour. Have a great one, everybody.
Stay frosty.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.